Hey guys, it's Viewmasters Reactions, and we're back with Mighty Nein Time, episode 91, Stone to Clay. We just got done with the Patreon Hour exclusive. We are in the middle of a sit-down with Essek. This episode is glorious. You guys in the live stream, most of you were like, oh my god, this episode, it's one of my favorites, and now I see why. Essek comes a-knocking, right before he knocked on the door. Either said it or was thinking, I think I said it, it's in the Patreon Hour, I'll have to go back and check. But I was like, how great would it be if Essek comes back because he heard the music? Or I'm thinking, like, what if he heard the music because we're playing all this music? He just left the house. What if he comes back? We did invite him over or invited him out or whatever the heck we invited him to do. But I'm thinking, like, that would be great if he did. And he comes back. He has a bottle of wine in hand. We sit down. We're getting drunk. We're having chats. We start telling secrets. And now he knows about the other beacon. He talked about not possibly being able to do this thing called consecration. I think it's consecration, but it's where you basically live forever. As long as you're near a beacon, your body can be put into another infant's body, and then when that infant turns a certain age, it starts having visions and dreams of your past lives, and you all clash together, and if there's no beacon, you die. But he's like, I'm 120 years old, but there was lots of whispers. I feel like everybody's having their doubts because they keep insight checking him, and then Ford got whispers, and Bo got whispers, and we started asking everybody deep questions like, what are you want out of life? Where are you going? What is like your end game here? And everyone was answering, and now I'm jumping in because we're still in the middle of the talk. You want to see more of what I do? In the description of every video is a link for Patreon. You'll see the Patreon Hour exclusive for every episode of Campaign 2, Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Purse of Interest, The New Fiona and Cake, Justified, and Chucky Season 3 just ended. Rick and Morty Season 7 going on right now. Hundreds of other movies and shows. Check in the description for the link for Patreon. If not, Campaign 2, Episode 91, Mighty Nein Time. Oh, we were talking about taking the beacon, like stealing it back after the transaction. R.I.P.
They have some
Sprinkle.
powerful minds in the Assembly. Well, they are somewhat dubious.
He also looks
So does
very
anyone of true
intrigued by Happy
intelligence and
Fumble.
capability.
Mr. Shadow Hand over here.
A few necessary choices are moral choices, and in my experience, I'd trust they would have similar interests of seeing what it's capable of. Perhaps they can be reasoned with, and perhaps
not.
I will think on this.
I don't know if... I'm not sure if the Empire even knows that they're giving the wrong one. I don't think they talk to each other enough. I think there may be secrets within secrets.
Well, there's definitely secrets within secrets. It's just a matter of who knows.
Yes, I definitely think that's
too
true.
many people not lying,
how
too many
many
people telling the
things-
truth, and all the truths
They don't
conflict.
know inside their own
have
ranks that is
A
going on.
relationship with the Assembly.
Some of them.
Somewhat. Our sense is, and I'm sure that
It's
you
hilarious
all
how we're all acting
guessed this
together.
yourselves,
We're
but the
acting like a bunch
Assembly
of
has
friends
its
just
plans
hanging out
separate
drunk.
from the king.
I would assume. Well, if they have it, at this moment I cannot see a path to its retrieval, nor any true benefit in attempting to blow things up, if you will.
Man, I am so glad I talked to you about this first.
I'm
That would
really,
have been super bad if you had just like brought that up. Woof.
I'm really proud of you, actually. That was really good. That was another good move.
There has to be something about this new beacon,
Another good
right?
move.
There has to be a reason why they are even offering it up. It has to be different from the first one.
As long as we have been so forthright with you already, we
Might be, yeah.
are very skeptical of the intentions of the Assembly in this meeting. We are expecting fuckery.
As you
but
should.
we would,
As you should.
we would like to pull the rug out from under them. Not to topple the Empire, but maybe to clear the rot a bit from our nation.
And you believe that the individuals that make the laws and employ them across your empire are more capable than these mages? Do you not think there is perhaps a necessary balance between the two that maintains the order?
Boom. That option.
No.
It's the dance the Cobalt Soul and the Cerberus Assembly have been in for hundreds of years now at this point.
Understand. The Assembly, and individuals of which I know some of, seem to be dangerous and calculating. But anyone of such extended study and pursuits I can understand far better and see eye to eye with than I can a power-hungry monarch who came into their seat through bloodline.
I get the sense that they feel they have found the upper hand somehow.
Well,
I want to see the conflict end, and I do not get that sense from them.
what is the biggest danger to secret research?
People finding out what you're researching or what you're...
Discovery. What better way to avoid discovery than to find a way to stop a conflict that pries into what you're doing?
I get what he's saying.
Point.
I didn't realize he was asking us. I was like waiting for Matt to answer, and then I'm like, oh, he's actually waiting
You're
for us to
suggesting
answer.
that they want to keep their extra.
It could be. Or they intend to trap whatever it is they're delivering and gain an upper hand. Or something else.
What if
And
it's
but one mind they
like
are
a
many.
ritual or something? I mean, I don't know what, but
something
we
else.
picked the
Well,
place.
they
See,
can extract
the thing
things
is,
from the beacons.
I don't know, the Bright Queen picked. Well, she said somewhere between. I mean, they did kind of pick the
Energy
place.
or liquid or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. They made potions out of it.
Really? And where did you see this?
When we found when we were in the Empire, we saw it. We found a place that they had been doing some of their research, and there was like potions there.
Well, if you have any means of discovering more of such experiments that they're doing
Does
in
not
their
have some. Is that what
private chambers, that would
shrugging
be
over
of
here?
definite interest.
we're? Not might have took some. I can't remember.
What if they're willing to give it back? Because it's not the one that they found that was empty. It's not looked at it and she got a signal. What if they drained the other one that they stole?
That would be an astronomical feat based on the sheer volume of power within each of these beacons.
That buried one was just sitting there, not absorbing.
Maybe it was absorbing.
If potential lives in a beacon, thousands, hundreds?
Endless.
It would have to depend on who was consecuted and passed in its presence. I have no idea.
What does the ritual entail?
Yeah, like
They cut
it's
the
it's
foreskin off?
reminded me of like Ghostbusters, where
You are
like we're
guided
putting
by
him in a
Numari
containment unit.
through a
Like the containment
soul
unit
binding
is
process.
not huge
It
at
is
all, but in it
extensive.
is like
It entails a bunch
hundreds,
of
thousands of ghosts.
spoken rights. It is usually observed by many individuals of various dens, especially if you belong to one. And often when you are consecuted, you are given a path to a den. The families are expensive.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
In my research, would I have found anything about Pride's Call that talks about them having some form of reincarnation as part of their culture? Or
Pride's
scheme
Call?
with the Dwarven Society? Yeah.
Nothing like that, actually.
Nothing that sounds like.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Repackaging.
Hypothetically, if we
good try.
had one of these potions that they had derived from the beacon, what would you do with it?
I would study it top to bottom.
What could it tell you?
I have no idea.
Nod
That would be
has
the purpose
some.
of
Laura was
researching.
like giving Not nudges, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure Not has
Why, do you
some.
have one such thing?
I mean,
Let's call this one favor
Whoa.
taken care of.
Fucking dropping things. in
That
Dynasty every time.
would be a favor accepted.
All
Oh, you
right.
didn't accept your secret.
Do you release it?
All right.
Wow.
Secrets are very valuable.
we're giving them up like candy here.
Yeah, we're just like
All you gotta do is
giving
be nice to us. We don't have
everything.
enough people
I mean,
being nice
I'm-
to us.
Right now, I'm down with just laying our cards out and taking a shot. Even though I still, I
just
trust
have to decide on the
Essek the most I've
I can
trusted him
commiserate
ever.
with that.
But I
Honestly, part
still
of the
don't
reason I
really trust him.
accepted your invitation
100%.
was after thinking and realizing that perhaps it's been a while since somebody's extended such niceties to myself. There are elements to a solitary life that sometimes can be more challenging once you have a basis of comparison.
The whole returning favor thing is kind of a bit in jest. In all honesty, we do deeply appreciate all the things that you've done for us over these past several months.
Yeah, if you ever feel like ditching out here and traveling with us, just let us know, you know?
Yeah, but no, she's not joking.
See, now I
mean,
almost feel bad if he.
you know, you
ends
said an important part
up
of what you
being
do
good
is
because
staying
I've ragged
alone.
on him so much.
And I think we all thought that too before we met each other.
It's true.
Literally.
Very lonely, all of us.
Well, if I can be of help in some way, perhaps with your predicament as you were requesting,
Well, I
let me
mean,
know.
There was a woman, a mage, who helped them turn me into this. I don't really know anything about her, though.
What was her name?
I don't know.
What'd she look like?
A lady.
Like, what color was her
I
hair?
don't know. I was like mostly dead when I saw her.
You, Caleb.
Was she ugly? Was she pretty?
I mean, not as pretty as you, but she's pretty.
Your specialty in the arcane lies in the realm of transmutation, yes?
Maybe he could send us
Primarily.
on the path to something better.
Although
that
I,
we can do for not.
similar to you, I'm an avid reader. I'm very curious about everything. Everything.
He's been studying something to help me lately. Working on equations.
Yeah. I've been noodling about with something.
Perhaps I can offer some aid.
We would be willing to accept that. I think we have a full plate for the next couple of days, but hopefully it will be wrapped up
Just
safely.
show him now. Just show him now.
Yeah, show him now.
Drunk, he might not be able to.
Yeah, what if
Alright.
something happens?
mean, we
What
could
if
get
we
into
go
the
to
hot tub
war or
and just
Essek
sort of look through
dies
the
or something
pages.
happens? Show this dude.
Yeah.
Getting in the hot tub?
Let's do it.
Get in the hot tub.
I'm game.
Let's show Essek.
You seriously have a hot tub?
We
here?
really, really do. We made it. Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Let's go in the hot tub. This is so
Kind of just like it.
Oh, he's
Like a
pounding
bricked-in
wine.
hole in the ground, and we heat it like with our magic. It's
He just
Or with
polished off his
fires.
drink.
It's
I'm certainly curious.
All right, let's go. Hot tub.
He's doing it.
worked very hard on that hot
You're
tub.
right.
It's
I'm
very
sorry. I'm not
nice.
trying to minimize it.
Don't minimize it. It's
I'm not.
spectacular.
Yeah.
It's a great.
And it's got a good view. You see
Yeah.
up into the tree.
The tree roots,
I
like
was
the
all
way that
excited
like
about
they've
the
been
hot tub,
expertly
and then
carved.
you
It's
did
like
Bo over
around.
there
Do you
made it
want to
sound like
borrow
shit.
some
Yeah, it's a big
knickers
hole
or
in the
something?
ground. We
wanna
just
go
dug that we
naked?
heat with our
I
magic.
just wanted to see it.
Gotta make that shit sound
That'll do.
great.
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion check.
Do it.
Peer
I think
pressure.
we're at 55 minutes. So we're probably down to about 40 minutes. or
A
less.
small dip, maybe.
Wait, put your feet in.
he's a feet dangler.
Got it.
That's the gate
Pants
rate.
up, tuck on above the knees.
So he takes his boots off and then rolls up the legs just beyond the knee and does kind of place his feet into the
How's
bar.
his feet look? Are they like
toes?
super delicate from where he just
They
like
must be
floats
pristine.
over?
Yeah, if he
Like, are they
floats all the
actually
time,
from not-
his feet must be like no calluses or
Like easily
How
flat.
detailed are your notes?
They are very, very well kept soft feet from a man who takes care of himself in the nobility. Sure, there you go. Well manicured.
Well manicured.
You can see a glass
feet.
slipper just fitting right on.
I mean, just from not looking.
Writing it in your notes.
I have like calluses all
you
over my
guys.
feet.
Underneath his floating robes, he just has glass
on my
slippers.
Oh,
That's why he does. That's why he
model.
floats. That's what break him.
Needs a bit alcohol.
model.
There needs to be alcohol in this.
Something occurred to me when you were talking about lives and reborn and stuff like that. In your den or when you were growing up, wait, how many people live here in Jorhas? Like thousands, right?
In Jorhas, between the dynasty's influence in particular, somewhere between in the neighborhood of 300,000 within the dynasty. That involves multiple cities, probably more than that. There are many of those who exist outside of the dynasty's purview.
I just thought maybe you might have heard of a friend of ours. Maybe. Have you ever heard of someone named Lucian? Or Nonagon?
I cannot say I have.
Molly,
My apologies.
Nonagon. That would have been crazy. What if
Yeah, there was a story he
was
told
one
me.
of the tales?
What?
Because we heard tales during the
It was
Patreon
right before
hour.
he died. There's
heard
a
of
story
tales.
he told me about how he
Guy that
convinced some
possibly
town
time
he was a
traveled
god.
and dusted.
Somewhere. Yeah. Somewhere out there. Huh?
Molly has a cult.
Molly has a cult. Somewhere out there's a town that thinks Molly is like the shit.
Why do they think that about
Do you know more
Why
about
don't we
the
visit
story?
there right now?
I've-
Forget
I-
everything we
I
just talked
vaguely
about.
remember it,
Let's
and
go
I
there
feel like it
drunk
always
right
made
now
me
with
laugh.
Essa.
Yeah,
Essa can
it
take
was
us there.
actually a
Essa
good
take us
story.
there.
We're all in the hot tub by now, right?
Yeah.
You've all landed from the
Because
hot
Essie can,
tub
like,
and
teleport
has his
us.
feet over the edge.
Many places. Let's go to Molly.
Todd's in a hoodie on the bench.
Molly.
I'm just making notes on improvements for the hot tub. I've got plans for this thing. It's gonna be
What
great.
if we strung up lights from the roots,
That's
like
what I was
up and
thinking.
down? I think that would be
You could do
really
that.
I'm also going to try and get some bacteria plants that like the steam that smells really good. So you always have like a nice.
Sends the globules of light to sort of hover around in the roots.
Can you make
People
them
who are
change
talking about it
colors?
don't know yet, but
Right.
Can you make them like rotate through the color
Jesus.
spectrum?
Yeah, do it.
Did you just go?
Right?
Yeah.
Do it. Just do it with
Set word to disco.
magic mind.
Does it work?
they're amber.
Do they work?
Yeah, they do.
Ah, Moody.
Made him light.
It's simple enough to do with a cantrip.
Hey, Caduceus.
Yeah.
While we're getting real and shit, why have you never wanted to scry on any of your siblings? Been separated from them. They went off looking for these
That's a good
things.
question. Should we do it? Are we going to do it?
Why
People
not
were
check
talking
in?
about Caduceus' cousin.
As the token sober person in this group.
During
I'm
the
also
live stream,
sober.
people were
Are you
like,
also
we
sober?
meet
Have I not
Caduceus'
noticed that you
cousin
haven't been
soon or
drinking?
something.
I don't drink. She always drinks milk.
It's that low perception you have.
Token sober person who's just really not been paying attention to what you've been drinking.
It's okay. I always seem slightly drunk anyway, I think.
It's part of your charm. I don't know. It's either. If you had asked me that a month ago, I would have said because I don't need to.
Why?
Because I'm on this path. It's the right path. And,
But we're asking you now.
I think I'm on this path, and I do think it's the right path. Maybe I'm afraid.
Afraid something happened to him?
Afraid that if something did happen to them,
There would be no answer.
what would it mean? I
kind of get that. Honestly,
don't want to
I kind of wouldn't want to do it
open
either.
the
if I felt
envelope,
that
so
way.
to say, before it's time and be
Yeah, like what if one,
hurt before
you might
I'm
not
there.
get an answer, and then you're
I'd
going to assume
rather
they're dead
trust.
or something. Two, they might not be able to
and
answer,
Try to
or they don't want to answer.
process the fear. Fear is kind of new. For the record, my home is dying. Slowly. Up north.
Sorry to hear that.
I have been on a quest sent by my goddess to fix my home, to bring it back to life, to replenish it. My family, all my family, already begun this quest without me, and I do not know if they are alive or dead.
And none have returned in many moons.
This is the quest, and I was given these people, and I have done my best to support them as they've blossomed into heroes, and I thought I was going to save my home and regain my family, and that would be my reward, and now I'm... This world has changed me. I don't know anymore. I don't know what is going to happen. Not because I think that I've been lied to or been given the... I don't necessarily believe that I understand what it is I've been asked to do yet. And I don't understand what it is I want anymore. And that has shaken me. But this is a very big world. It's been a lot. It's been nice to be useful.
It's good to be useful.
These are good people, despite themselves.
Well, it's very nice of Caduceus.
It is.
That's why I find no use for it.
I understand.
So,
but
at first I was going to say, I would
find
definitely
what
want to
you're looking
scry my family. But when he puts it like that,
Thank you.
the
I'll
fear...
find something.
Yeah, it's
at the
one of
very
those things
least,
I'd
and
rather just
whatever
like
it
one
is
day
will
come
be
upon them or
the end what I was looking
find
for.
the news out in person or something.
If there is any way I can be helpful, you know how to contact me. He looks knowingly at Jester.
You know how to get a hold of him. I, at a point, would eventually do it, though. Right now, it's still like, I'd still be working Caduceus to that.
Talking to you.
But at a point, I'd be like, all right, enough's enough. I need to know. Even if they're dead, what am I going to do? Just ignore it? What if they're alive and I could find them and I could be like, tell me where you are and we'll find you?
Insight check.
Make an insight check.
Insight check.
You're pooping. You're pooping.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Insight?
Yes.
18.
18.
He's going to whisper to Laura if he's pooping. I love it.
Oh, guys.
I hope it's like a really long whisper. I hope. I wanted the whisper to go on for like 5 minutes.
A lot of the stuff that's
Be
coming
like,
up
what
in
the
me.
frick is he doing in there?
Wild Mountain
Oh, and Laura's
Explorers
laughing
guy.
hysterically. All right, so it was good.
Okay.
I wish we were
Anyway,
able to
the
know.
evening draws
Why don't
late.
we get to
I
hear
should
the
probably
whispers?
return to
They
my-
should have a hidden mic.
My home.
Well, then I guess because the other players could go find
thank
out.
you
But
for
then
that.
you should bring them on the honor
I
system.
live.
I feel like we should have a
not
little
far
mic
from
where
you.
we can
I've
hear
never
the
seen your
whispers.
house.
Because it would be more
But
entertaining.
Next time?
Perhaps if you want to discuss this equation you're working on,
What's your address?
I'll show it to you. Easier to show than to describe, really.
Sure.
Let me know when, and I'll come show you to my place.
Okay.
Right now. And show the
He
equation.
pulls his legs out of the water.
I can't believe we're not going through the equation.
Are they shriveled?
In the natural way a foot would be after
My eyes are
spending,
getting so
30
dry
minutes in a
out
hot
'cause I've
tub.
been
Sure.
doing literally like 9 hours of reactions.
I accidentally
Counting the live
brush up
stream, I
against
did
one to see
3
if it's
or
an
4 hours
illusion.
before that, and then 2 hours after.
No, it's a foot.
My eyes are starting to just dry out.
Sorry.
I've been drinking water to like rehydrate. And, like, I think I'm
You
just
guys are so weird.
Sorry. I thought that was a piece of soap. I was picking it up and didn't want you to slip on it.
I feel like
I'm not
you're
even
over
tired.
apologizing. It's fine.
we got like 30 minutes left.
Anyway, he goes and
So all I gotta do
goes
is
ahead
30
and
more minutes.
replaces his mantle and turns the front door and says, "This was nice. Thank you."
Thank you.
Thank you, Essex.
That was really fun.
Could you?
That was great. I was wondering what we were going to do
could
in
you
this
show me where
episode.
you
and
live
that was great.
so we
that
know
was
where to go?
counting
come
the
with-
Patreon hour.
I'm coming
almost
too.
an hour and a half. It was about an hour and a half. of Essex.
I'm going to stay here.
Yeah, I'll let them
and
go.
watch from the window.
It's weird.
He leads
Let
you
them
outside
go
as he
and
steps
watch
off of the threshold of the front door. You watch him kind of lift back up into his general hovering persona, shoulders held aloft. He guides you through the neighborhood, kind of the path you would take from the bastion that curves into the neighborhood to where your house is. It's past that circle and then leads deeper into an area that would be kind of the equivalent of a Rosana gated community, I guess. There are guards there. There are folks that are guarding an estate, and there is. It's as opposed to a singular. You're used to like the candles, these large, elaborate, wizard towers. His estate is 3 towers that are shorter, but they're all connected by walkways and at different heights. And atop the tallest one, you can see there. What looks at first like a weather vane, instead you can see is a contraption that seems to have a series of metallic rings inside that all kind of are smaller and smaller and smaller within, that slowly will like rotate on its own in a way that you don't understand its purpose or really what it does, but it's unique and it's engineered to be strangely pretty. You can see the brick exterior of it kind of falls. It looks gray, but what little bit of light there is as you walk past, you can see now there's a slight kind of iridescent almost quality to the exterior of the bricks that are laid at the base of the towers. And he just kind of points to it and goes, "This is where you can find me most of the time."
All right, we have
fascinating. Is this to do with the turning of the heavens, or?
This has to do more with the adjusting of the. How do I put it? There are almost ley lines of energy that themselves span like a net across all of Exandria. And these ley lines sometimes shift and swell and expand and reduce based on the seasons, based on the time of year, based on celestial gatherings and alignments. This is part of a device that just keeps track of it.
Where is it? Well, now we know where you live. I would like to take you up on your offer to examine that thing that Not and I are working on. I have a number of things, including some souvenirs from inside the Happy Fun Ball we told you about.
I'm very curious about that.
So am I. And I think you and I share interests. I understand the pressure.
Look at Marisha. Marisha's like laughing and like hunching down behind him. Look at her face.
I'm not 120 years old, but I feel like I understand a little bit.
I've seen those far older than you that have experienced maybe half the pain I see in your eyes. Age isn't everything. Experience is what happens.
I was just going to say, the experience
prepares you for the worst. I think you're prepared for more than you give yourself credit for, Caleb.
All right.
Well, we come back later and compare notes.
I'll be here. Perhaps I can provide breakfast as a thank you.
I hope he's there in the morning. I almost feel like this is one of those movies where it's like, all right, first thing in the morning, I'll see you, and then they die in the night.
Have that green jam.
It's really good.
Well, good night.
Glad you got home safe.
Thank you for the escort.
Yeah.
I would have at least given him like a copy, like let him have everything.
Drifts off.
Be like, here's all we got. We have copies, and then scry him later.
And
be like, yo, did you take a look at that stuff?
How
But I
weird.
mean, we just gotta wait till morning.
That's like the
Breakfast
thing you just
it
get
is. Let's
stuck
wait
with,
till breakfast.
like floating,
We have
like people
30
who
minutes
like
left.
put on an
I'm curious to
accent
see.
for
Not
like
even. I
half
think
of
it's like 20,
a
25
year,
minutes
and then how are you gonna get yourself out of it?
Or a name, or
Yeah.
earning things.
Basically, like half of our group has like something like that, but his is floating,
Floating.
and he's just committed to floating.
Commit to the bit.
Committed to floating. That's and
But,
that's
like,
what he
why
said
flo-
during
like,
the Patreon
does he
hour.
feel like
he said at a
he's kind of
point
shame?
he in the beginning he thought
Does
it
he
was
feel
cool.
like ashamed
Then
if
at a
he doesn't
point people
float?
expected it of him, and he just kept floating around
It's just
to
so
look intimidating.
fascinating.
it's one of many things that
I mean,
are fascinating.
at a point,
about
you just
him,
got to not care what people think, but he's trying to keep up appearances.
At
And
least
he's
we know
a
there are
badass.
feet under there and a full,
I guess it is what it
full
is.
adult-sized body, not a tiny baby.
They were saying reverse Krang. Don't Google reverse Krang. So they were saying he's gonna have like this tiny shriveled up body.
You guys return to the shore house. It is late in the evening. Many of you are enjoying the tail end of a wine buzz after dinner and spending time in the hot tub. Unless you have any other business to attend to this night.
Seriously, what am I doing wrong, you guys?
Yeah, there's 26 minutes.
Well, like, I feel like I do a really bad job of, recruiting other people to...
It's a tough sell.
Why, though? Why is it a tough sell?
She tried to pitch the
What does he... So, what does he
traveler to
do
Essex.
for you?
He gives me really cool powers, and he's a good companion
There was
and
this
loves
really
me.
You
weird
didn't mention that to
pitch
Essek.
about
You didn't say that he gives
how
you
you
cool
might have to
powers.
murder
You just said
people,
that he
but
appears
the
and he's
traveler's
always
all about
around and he
balance
makes you
and
do
have
good
babies.
stuff and bad stuff.
Basically, like a mom.
You listed
Yeah.
some pros and cons, and in the con column, you mentioned people might get murdered, and that was okay.
And
then having
column
babies.
was, maybe they have to make babies.
So
Maybe some
people that are
like bringing
murderers.
babies.
Not
Sure,
only
he
is
doesn't like making
murdering
babies,
okay,
but still,
but
I mean,
murderers are going to have to
maybe
make
next
more
time
babies.
lead
So
with,
they're going to procreate
I have
more than
sight
regular
beyond
people.
sight now because
Crazy
of him.
murderers.
Oh, that's
Because they have to make up for the bodies they
scry
kill.
on people.
Yeah,
And then they were
maybe
talking about how many
I should
babies
have liked Donald Donald's
is
virgin
equivalent
thing.
to
It makes me
one
look really
murder.
cool.
And they
Wait,
were
what's in
going
your? I don't think I've
crazy
ever read your
down
pamphlet.
weird
What do you
rabbit
have in
holes.
your pamphlet? Read us the bullet point.
No, I've read it. I've read it. You don't want it.
It's not great.
Yeah, we
Does
know
it
the.
talk about
points are
murdering
not gonna
things in
No,
the
she
pamphlet?
ad-libbed
Not
that,
great
which
bullet points.
Most of it says stuff about how cool he is. He's really cool.
He is cool.
No, I know, but that's not very.
Is there pictures of him or
I've said this during the
She
Patreon hour
did
too. I
drawings.
feel like
made this.
the Traveler
you
could
made
end up
this
being
brochure.
There's three
big-
drawings of his cloak.
like something's
she's
up.
really
There's
proud of the
clearly
cloak.
something up.
Cool clothes.
But I don't know
I mean, like, I haven't seen what he looks like
what I think
outside
of
his
the
clothes.
Traveler.
Like, all I say is the clothes.
new candidate
enjoy
for the
him.
Traveler. It's
definitely
me.
entertaining.
Sell
I
me
enjoy
three
it. I
things
enjoy
about the
the
Traveler.
Tried
idea
to sell
and
you
the
on the Traveler, and
characters.
you went wild.
But I don't believe
I'm
he
not
is a
for it.
god
I'm
or
Jeff.
as
Tell
powerful as
Jeff
he's being
what it
made
is
out to
about
be.
the Traveler in 3 points.
And Jeff just had a traumatic experience. He's open. He's available.
Okay.
I'm seeking change and direction.
Real name Jeff.
Jeff,
Yes, it's Jeff.
Okay.
J.
Jeff,
Jeff, I understand you're feeling lost right now. You know what could really help you? The Traveler.
Who's the Traveler and what does he do?
Guidance.
Guidance.
Well, he's
We're trying to
a really
prove
cool
a
guy.
point.
Okay. I like cool guys. What else? What else should I know about the Traveler?
He saved my
A
life.
pearl lowers in front of Jester's forehead and little geometric shapes come out.
More guidance.
More guidance.
He at one time I was alone and lost in the world. And the Traveler came to me and he made me feel better and he gave me some really cool powers. And he made me feel special. Like he can make you feel special.
He gave you cool powers?
Yeah. Like, I will, Spirit Guardians. And there's good fat little unicorns flying around now.
Fat little
Yeah, they
unicorns.
love everyone except unless you're, gonna harm me and then they'll kill you.
Fat
Don't
little
harm you.
unicorns
I know,
hopping
that's-
around,
and
and if you
the
harm
Traveler
Jester,
doesn't
you
want to
die.
harm you. He keeps you safe.
I've heard two
say?
great things about the Traveler. If only I had one more.
3 bullet points.
Speak from your heart, Jester.
He...
You can't think of a third
What
thing?
did he feel?
This is your god.
I was really
This is
lonely.
your
and,
who you worship.
you know,
You can't think of
he's a
3
really good
things
friend.
off the top of your head.
And he just accepts you for who you are, and he likes all the things that are good about you, and he makes them stronger.
Jeff is sold.
Really?
Jeff
That's
is
great.
so-
Jeff needs a friend. Jeff needs someone who takes him as he is. Jeff is down.
Do you want to go to DravelerCon or have a con in the
What? No.
Yeah, no volcano con. Yeah, this is some culty shit.
Jester, that was great. Maybe leave out the volcano.
Yeah, you gotta leave out the volcano.
part.
It's gonna,
Tropical
like,
location.
not was saying. It is a hard sell to begin
Some
with.
people might be.
After all of that, you preach. Okay,
It is?
I'll go to
We don't know
travel
if it's an
time. You're like,
active
what's in a
dormant
volcano?
but when you
It's
say
like
volcano,
not
people go,
good all around.
active volcano.
Well, some people might think that's cool because they've never seen a volcano.
I mean, it might lure your risk
Well, I have seen a
takers
volcano because we went to a volcano.
to have a
And also
traveler. I mean,
traveling is
traveler con is
expensive.
already
Maybe
risky,
they're just like price
crazy,
gated
chaotic
out
people.
of
So
you know,
maybe the volcano would be.
Jeff has never left
I don't
home and
know.
has trouble
Maybe
traveling
people
up
would be
and
like,
over
damn,
water,
this
so,
traveler con
Jeff has
is
a very
serious
imaginative
business.
backstory.
Jeff, where are you from?
Who hurt you? Pride's Call, I'm an archaeologist.
He's responsible for the beacon. Kill him! Kill him! Play his flesh!
Ford's fake persona is who we've been looking
Jester, I
for
think
this
that's
whole
great.
time.
Yeah. If Jeff were real, you'd be getting somewhere.
Focus on the positive, you can't lose.
Okay.
Maybe leave out the murdering people.
Okay, is this what he
Definitely
looks
leave out the
like though,
murder.
and that you have in the picture?
Well, yeah. Yeah, he kind of is like, sometimes he's big, sometimes he's little, sometimes he's, you know,
A
just
dick?
like the perfect
He's
size.
he looks very handsome.
Well, you can't really, that's how I imagine he looks, because I haven't actually seen like his face.
You just see like
But sometimes when he
It's-
turns and like his cloak kind of moves, I see like this like silhouette,
it is,
and I
like,
can see that it's like
Somebody
really good looking.
conning her this whole time.
He's very handsome.
I don't know. I have so many theories about the traveler, but I
Caduceus,
haven't thought about
I
it
was
in a while.
moved by what
And
you
I could be
said
wrong about all of
earlier
them.
about your family and your quest. I want to help you with that.
Yeah, same.
I don't know if I quite understood the
Yeah, every
urgency
time
before
somebody
about your
like
home and it
really
dying
gets
and
into
you
their
need to
story,
reinstate-
I'm thinking,
needing to
oh, now I want
reinstate
to
that.
dive more into
Roll
that.
your home
Like we
again.
haven't tapped into Ford in a while. Never really talk about Caduceus.
I don't know
Now we've been
entirely,
talking a
but
lot
I
about
think
not
this
changing
has
and
something to
learning,
do with it, and I
like,
pull
some
out
sort
the-
of ability or power
Yeah,
to do
the
so.
purple crystal.
You see the and you guys were mostly they were present for when you placed the residuum shards into the forge in the volcano. The purple crystals that grew from them, and they're not like solid smooth chiseled crystals. They're like naturally grown, almost like rock candy looking purple crystals that have kind of expanded off of the residuum glass into these larger shards that are about that long
It's
each.
the last of my water. I was conserving it because I
And
was like, maybe
he
my
has a
eyes would get
handful of
less
them in
dry.
his hand.
Have you tried licking them?
Surprisingly not, no.
And we should lick it.
Are you supposed to plant
Do you
it?
want
I
to
like
lick it?
chug this just to
We could
hydrate my
ask. Okay.
What do you think?
What's it taste like? Like a
Like a
rock?
mineral.
Like is it salty?
Like a salty mineral.
It's salty.
What
Like a
is that
salty
and
interaction
what
that
is
I
its
kind of
purpose
I
exactly?
actually do
I'm
kind
sure
of
you've told us again.
I was afraid if I
never
just keep
listened to
drinking, I'm
anything.
gonna have to poop. That actually did like make my eyes feel better.
I don't entirely know. It
But I had
came
to chug like
came out of the
a freaking
out of the
pint
forge.
water.
I think that I have to go to this garden, the menagerie, and find some way of taking something from it to bring back to my garden.
So is it like a seed?
Hopefully.
Interesting.
Do that.
All right.
Yeah, let's do that on the way.
Why didn't you tell us sooner?
Yeah,
I mean,
I was just gonna say if it was something that was so
Every time we
easy,
brought it up, you're like,
ooh,
it
this
can
might
wait.
be really low.
Can I see?
If it's
Selfless
something
to a fault, maybe?
that
Maybe.
would
perhaps
correct
fear.
all this,
Perhaps
that would have been
I
perfect.
am afraid of what I'll find. I don't know, but I knew I was heading that way, and I knew that I would get there. So I was
I
letting
mean, he said he wasn't in a rush, but
the
I thought
urgency
we
of
had
what
to do
had
way
to be
more than
done
that.
be important to take precedent, I guess. And I'm glad I did. We needed to do what was done, and I would have hated to have gotten in the way of that. But the next step is to go to the next sacred site and find some way of taking something from it to bring back to my garden. So I will hopefully find my family, hopefully find some, or at least some sign that they've been there, and find the next thing I'm supposed to do.
Fuck yes! I've been in this hot tub too long and my core body temperature is rising. I'm in! Let's do this! I feel real fucking dizzy.
Oh, sit. Oh, no.
No, give me another drink.
No.
Listen.
Tomorrow
we go, we get your armor, and then we go.
Here he goes.
Oh no!
Oh no, Captain!
Just let him go.
Ford just fizzled
heavy,
out.
so little.
Literally fizzled out.
He's gotten bigger. He's heavier than he used to be.
The family of stone.
The
You
family
shall take the
stone.
limbs of this hero and walk the plains until you find an oasis at the mouth of a red and gold veined cave. There upon my altar you shall feed these limbs to the beasts that walk there, so that they may hold my mark. And to this site you shall build a menagerie whose beast shall be my gift to the Changebringer, to remind her that nature is infinite.
Did you get all that?
Yeah.
No, I got that. The family of stone?
Family of stone.
Family
Dust,
of
clay, and stone. 3 families.
What, do you know something? What?
Family stone. Is that what he's thinking of?
Yeah, I mean, yes, no.
What?
I find it ironic. What? When you're at an orphanage, I give you a shit last name. Mine was Stone. I never used it because it's not my name. It was just given to me.
Insight check.
Make an insight check.
That was terrible. 15.
That's the truth.
It's the truth. Really?
They gave you the name Stone.
Yes,
Really?
but
I thought he was
orphans
kinda
can have any
drunk
kind
and
of
messing around,
bland,
too.
ordinary last name.
But you got stone.
Yes, it's very strange. I think it's only
Family of the Wild Mother.
That you now follow.
And now he's part of the. Yeah, how weird is that?
Ford Stone. Wow.
I'm not a believer in coincidences. Even when they happen.
Yeah, see, I think Matt's trying to say it really is just a coincidence. But what do you say? It's like one of those things. Like even if Matt is saying it's not a coincidence,
Family of Stone, though.
that is what Caduceus believes.
One of the three families.
Wow.
I've never met any of them.
You have.
Either way, I'm very interested to go.
I'm
Whether it
somehow
is or
even
not,
more interested
it
than I
doesn't
was
change anything.
a minute ago. Maybe there'll be something else for you here. You certainly found something at the last.
Oh wow.
I feel like either way it shouldn't matter because Ford was already in, and
I
him
always
and
wondered
Caduceus
what
already got a good
who my parents
relationship.
were and what my real name might be. I never cared for that name, so
Well,
I just find it.
as I will say, as part of what I do and part of what we do.
I feel like that
at
was
the garden,
partially insulting. I never cared for that name. That's
Names have
like,
a funny way of
It's like saying I hate your name. Kind of isn't
sneaking
it?
up on you. And we definitely, the people that we put into our garden, their names have quite the effect. So, yeah. Look at that, all the way back around.
I need ice water. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, you look a little green.
Ford does not handle. He looks
That's like
a
a
little
minty
green.
green.
It's just my pigment.
Ford does not handle.
No,
his
this
booze.
is
Definitely
a
lighter
It is a
than.
different color.
Work out in the morning, so.
What?
Yep.
That should have been
Workout in the morning.
Pre-hot.
Pre-hot tub drinking. Yeah, you should have
You
probably
guys all
decided that
scattered to
pre-hot
your
tub drinking.
respective rooms within the Jor house, and post-dinner, post-hot tub, enjoy an evening of rest
just
in a home that you can call, except for
Just a quick thing. She's wandering the halls. Hey, Chester.
I feel like Matt was about to end
Sorry, I
it.
didn't mean to stop you.
I feel like Matt was about to
okay,
end
just
it
tell
right
me.
there, and this happened.
Good night. But
It seemed like Matt was closing us out.
you look like you're knocking yourself a little bit, and I don't think you should. Do you know what I think about the Traveler? I think that he is lucky to have you. I'm the transmutation wizard, but you're the one who changes people. See it every day.
Really?
No.
Yeah. You're a good friend. And you move people. I don't know if you see that, but you do every day.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Earlier, we were in the park, and I was trying to talk to the traveler. I even bought him some ice cream. And he didn't come. And to be honest, it's one of the first times that I didn't feel him near me. And I wonder, maybe I'm not doing a very good job of, you know, being a cleric to him or whatever.
I don't think anybody else could have a more chaotic, exciting life than Jester. I mean, look at this friggin' world
You're
we
trying
live in,
to
and we are all
bring
over
more
the
people
map.
into the fold.
Literally.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, you know, when I set out, when I left Mama, I didn't leave with the goal of like recruiting a bunch of people to
go on
this
adventures.
religion, you know? I had this good friend that kind of saw me through my life, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Well, maybe TravelerCon will
Yeah.
help with that.
Yeah, maybe it will.
I don't know anything about faith. I am learning from you and the others in the group. But it seems inexplicable.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it wouldn't be faith.
Well, if you ever want to worship the traveler, you know, you can just... He's really cool.
You ever
Well,
feel like
everybody
worshiping
kind
the
of
traveler?
made sport in there, but we are all low-key acolytes of the Traveler. You realize that, don't you?
Yeah?
I mean, we're with you
You see his power every day?
every day. I believe I have no choice.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe he doesn't come around as much because he sees, you know,
She's alright.
that I have some
She has
friends
friends, exactly.
now. And he
That's
doesn't need to
how
be here
I
as
look
much.
at it. You were lonely.
That seems like a
he's
good
worried
theory.
about you. I think that's
Also, TravelerCon is coming, so maybe preparations are underway on a cosmic level of some sort.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I think we should go to bed, but I want to show you something that I've been working on. I don't know what you have planned for TravelerCon, but if I can help in any way with something like this, and little lollipops and hamster unicorns that are amber colored start floating around us as I cast
What?
Major Image in an approximation, but it's a more Widowgast amber flavor. I just figured this out a couple of weeks ago, so I don't know if you need effects or
Oh my gosh.
decorations.
It's a step and repeat.
I mean, it's beautiful.
The lollipops are just rotating.
If I did like a performance or
Rotating
something,
lollipops.
you know, like maybe if we play our musical instruments and like you can have this
You jam out.
You know, like
it works with the
around us,
music.
it'll be
Yeah,
like
have
this
it
amazing
strobe with the music or something.
thing.
I'm doing the same thing as Caduceus. I
Yes.
don't know who did it first. Go back and check.
I don't know. I'm not a performer.
Whoever did
This
it first
is wonderful,
clearly
Caleb.
a better
But-
person.
You have done so much for all of us that of course we should do this for you.
It definitely was Matt closing out.
You
Because there was
deserve
about
it.
10 minutes left
Thank you.
when Matt was saying that, and this has
I
gone
give him
on
a
for
big
about
hug.
6 or 7 minutes. It was nice though. Nice little gesture
Yeah,
by
okay, good
Caleb.
night.
To gesture. Gesture to gesture.
I got a quick one too.
Oh God.
Look at that just a second.
Yeah.
You guys scatter to your rooms. You go back feeling better. And close the door and kind of sigh and start preparing yourself for the evening's rest. And you hear a familiar voice creep in over your shoulder saying, "He's not wrong, Jester."
Oh, so the
Wait, he's not wrong about you are doing big preparations?
Chester.
Well, there's a big event coming up, of course. But not wrong about
So
you.
he's actually going to straight up talk to us. I
changing
thought we were just going
those
to get a
around
little 3-word answer.
Even if I'm not there in person, I'm always there. And you see the face kind of come over your shoulder, the familiar hood lean
Well, there
forward,
you
the
go.
smile
That
across
was
the
something
lips,
I didn't expect.
the
There you
arm
go.
touch your shoulder. I know faith can be challenging, but you were my first, and you'll always be my favorite.
Look at Sam's face.
Do you want me to do a big performance?
You were my
Do you want me to do
first.
something special at TravelerCon? I realize I haven't asked you any questions, and we need to ask questions about like what you want me to do. Should they get cloaks together?
I really want to see TravelerCon.
Sure,
Oh,
Now we
okay,
find
okay.
out Jester was his first.
I trust your ideas. I trust your inspirations.
We're going to make it so special.
That we shall.
I can't wait.
The
Caduceus.
music sounds like Gladiator. Now Caduceus wants to
second,
throw a
thank
little
you.
bit into the mix.
I'm gonna quickly just crawl over to Yasha's room as she's
Okay.
passing out. So, hi. I just wanted to put this in your head before we go any further. Nobody's really talked about what happened during the fight, and I'm. Some of the others, and I think you'll agree, are. Well, this is a group of loners, and I'm very used to other people's grief and sadness. I've been around it my whole life, and I've seen every way someone can react to the worst things in their life. And
I understand that that was maybe not the best way to deal with it, but
I'm not here to speak down to your process. I'm not here to tell you how to feel what you're going to feel. Just make sure that for whatever grief and rage and anger that you're going to process, that you just put 10-20% of it on someone else and not just yourself. You don't have to do too much, but you have to do a little bit with other people. You can't do it alone.
thank you. I don't quite know how to do that yet, but maybe I will learn.
Stormlord's good for that, and you have a good group of friends, and
Clawed my hand up. And it's
they made a
scary.
promise to save you from the thing that took you, and I'm sure they're still looking forward to fulfilling that promise.
Yeah. This is going to sound very strange, but I'm. Can I sleep in your room? I'm not in a weird way. I just.
I was going to say,
seem
Sam's face keeps lighting up like
I shared
in
a single
way
room
where
with
the most
a lot of
perverted
family,
thought
yes.
is coming to mind.
I may snore. They claim I snore. I don't think it's true.
I don't care. I've heard crazy things.
Do you mind if I
sleep, but
snore? It's like Yasha was just possessed and running
think I'm
through
just
towns, murdering everybody. I don't
kind
think
of scared
snoring's
to
going to
sleep
matter too
alone.
much at this point.
Sure. Anytime.
Okay. I'm very excited to help you.
I'm excited to help you too.
Okay.
I really don't snore. I don't know why they say it.
All right, everybody doing loving gestures. Matt is trying to close out the break.
All right.
Yes.
As you
Can I
all,
read a little before?
sure.
I have 4 hours left.
It's about.
That is,
I'd say at this
I
point,
don't mind.
'cause he
I
was
just think
in-
it's funny.
I'd say
That
about
is probably
11.
the
It's not
third or
too
fourth
terribly late. You
time
could
Matt
wait
has
until
tried to
3,
close
finish
it
if you
out.
want.
Yeah, let's do it.
Everybody's like,
Okay.
wait, me next. Wait, me next. All right, can I
Staying
do
up
this?
late.
Yes.
Staying up
Snorfin
late,
Maker.
reading Snorfin Maker.
Caduceus does snore.
100%.
But you are engrossed, whether by the dynamic of the writing of this book, the unrecognized enchantment that draws you in and takes hold, and has progressively been imprinting upon you, the magic it holds, and the occasionally delightful, extremely graphic short stories that are interspersed throughout some of the back pages. You complete your reading in the book, and as you close the final.
Butter churner.
Butter churn.
As you close the final bit.
Well, that was the first choice.
So good. As you close the back of the book, an overwhelming exhaustion hits you, and immediately, like, your eyes kind of dip, and you fall asleep, kind of holding the book to your chest, back still kind of against the wall. And that's where we're gonna take our break. Alrighty, we'll be back here in a few minutes after a very roleplay heavy first half.
Yeah, my God.
Cool though, man.
It was awesome.
That was some
We have our
deep.
giveaway
Yeah, like I
tonight
feel like if
is
anything, Tal's
Olivia
just
and
wanted to have a
Rosewood
moment with
Dice
Ashley
from
because
our
Ashley's
friends.
been gone so long.
Be
Nothing
to one of you
against
lucky
that.
winners there in the chat room. Tonight's keyword
I just think
is
it's funny. Even at the end there, Matt was trying to like
HOME. Enter
explain.
once and only once, more
They
than
get
once
very
qualified,
excited. People
and
get very excited. It must be
Canada,
rough to be
excluding
a DM,
Quebec.
is all
We'll
I
come
have to
back
say.
shortly with a winner and the rest of tonight's session.
It's gotta be, right? You guys
All right, everybody, that is it for Mighty Nine Time, episode 91. Great episode, lot of talking. My eyes, I apologize, they're so dry. I did like 4 hours before the live stream. The live stream was 2 hours. Did the Patreon hour exclusive, jump right into YouTube, and I was drinking the whole time. But I guess as soon as I like gulped a bunch down, my eyes are pretty good now. But half the episode, I'm like, oh my God, I literally feel like I'm partially going blind. And I'm not even tired or anything. You can see I'm like back to normal now. I just didn't want to drink all the water and then have to pee half the episode. So it's like this fine line between hydrating and getting my eyes normal and needing to take a break. But it all worked out in the end. Apologies if I was rubbing my eyes and it looked like I was squinting or falling asleep. It was nothing to do with that. But either way, we all got to talk. We finished our thing with Essek. The Essek conversation lasted an hour and a half real time, but that's awesome. I love it. We then have this interaction with Caleb and Jester, all nice, happy, good thoughts. And then the same thing basically with Caduceus and Yasha, both happy, good thoughts, letting everybody know that they have somebody to talk to and they are just checking in on them, basically. Checking on your gods. The Traveler ends up speaking to her, so it was good that Caleb did it because now the Traveler did speak to her. And then Caduceus even says, the Stormlord will help you with your stuff. So I am going to call it a night. You guys want to see more of what I do? In the description of every video is a link for Patreon. You'll see these. Patreon hour exclusive for every episode. The live stream will be Saturday or Sunday this week. Likely Saturday, because I forgot Sunday is football all day. And with the holidays, I love watching football with the family on a holiday. So Ray will be here for most of that. Saturday is very likely the day we'll do it when Ray goes to hang with his friends. That will be known later this week, but no live stream Friday. The other episodes will come out as usual. Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Perseverance, The New Justified, and Chucky just ended. Fiona and Cake as well. Rick and Morty Season 7 going on right now. Check in the description for the link. Hundreds of other movies and shows, full unedited. If not, comments down below. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.